Hi, Darin Mangum here. This is Shirlene at the front desk. Say hello.
Hi.
I just wanted to introduce some of the folks here at the office and also post another video about some of the common questions I get from clients all the time. And so say goodbye to Shirlene.
See you later.
See ya. One question that I get all the time is about pre-existing relationships when it comes to not videos. I'm shooting a video right now, but when it comes to offering a security, certain exemptions require you to have a pre-existing relationship with the investor. You can't cold call them or hit them up right away. You have to show some sort of pre-existing relationship. And the question I get is, well, what constitutes a pre-existing relationship? How do I establish that? There's lots of different ways that you establish a pre-existing relationship. Any sort of contact that you have, whether they sign up for a newsletter that you put out, whether, again, obviously if they're a friend or a family member, somebody like that certainly counts as a pre-existing relationship. But oftentimes if they subscribe to any of your content, you may yourself put out a YouTube video and they may subscribe to you, or they may put out, you put out a newsletter. As long as the content doesn't constitute an offering of securities, that's really the key. In other words, you're establishing some sort of relationship based upon some other context. And you need to keep good records too, as far as, because if the SEC ever looked at you and they looked at your list of investors and say, oh, how did you come into contact with them? Or if they ask the investor, well, how did you come into contact with this company regarding this offering? You don't want them to say, well, I got cold called or something like that. That you want them to be able to say, well, obviously I was part of their newsletter, or I was invited to some sort of event. Again, none of that can be connected with the offering of a security, but yeah, you want to establish that relationship in some other way, right? And then only after you've documented that relationship, would you then be able to, take the next step and talk to them about potentially what you're doing. You want to introduce your company in some other context aside from, oh, we're raising capital, right? And so obviously good records are important, and so again, what constitutes a pre-existing relationship? It's obviously very fact specific, but you want some sort of to point to whether it was an introduction to somebody else or something like that. You want to just keep good records as far as how you initially came into contact with that person. What I like to say is it's a two-step process. When you're trying to talk to investors, you have to first, again, establish that you have to establish that relationship in a way that is not connected with the offering, and then only thereafter could you then connect with them as far as giving them information regarding your offering. Anyway, hopefully that's helpful. Anyway, happy to discuss with you the nuances of that. You feel free to give me a call. 801-787-9072 is my cell phone. You can feel free to give me a call or text me at that number, or you can shoot me an email as well. And thank you for watching.